The Secrets of Inner Strength from Jesus Christ, a journey of love, faith, and hope. Here are days when life feels unbearably heavy. Each step becomes a burden, our hearts feel weary, and our spirits seem empty. Unexpected trials knock us down, loss, betrayal, illness, loneliness. And in those silent moments of despair, one question echoes within. How can I remain strong? The answer doesn't come from lofty philosophies or formulas for success. It comes from a person, the Son of God, who walked this very earth. Jesus didn't just teach strength, he embodied it. In the face of pain, rejection, and death, he showed us that true resilience is rooted not in human effort, but in divine connection. Through his life, Jesus gave us timeless lessons, not as theories, but as a way of living that transforms our hearts and gives us the strength to endure any storm. Jesus lived every moment with unwavering trust in the Father. Whether he was cheered by crowds or alone in Gethsemane, his gaze never left heaven. Real strength does not come from controlling everything, it comes from surrendering everything to the one who holds it all. Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will. Matthew 26 verse 39. This wasn't just a plea, it was a declaration of courage born from trust. When we place our full confidence in God, we no longer fear the unknown. Because we know, we are never alone. For Jesus, prayer was not ritual, it was relationship. He prayed at dawn, before miracles, after rejection, and even as he died on the cross. Prayer may not always change our circumstances, but it always changes us. It realigns our hearts with God's presence and allows his light to pierce our darkness. Through prayer, we speak. We listen, we cry, we surrender. It is in these sacred moments that we are strengthened, not by our will, but by his grace. Jesus didn't come to be served, but to serve. He washed feet, touched the untouchables, and dined with the outcasts. He saw value in those the world ignored. Serving others breaks us free from selfishness. In bowing low, we are raised high in the kingdom of heaven. In a world obsessed with power, service is a revolution of love. It is quiet, yet powerful. And through it, we find strength not just for ourselves, but strength that uplifts those around us. No one knew suffering like Jesus. He tasted betrayal, endured misunderstanding, felt abandonment, and embraced the cross. Yet he never lost his faith. Faith is not an emotion. It is a choice, a daily decision to believe in the light even when all we see is darkness. A faithful person doesn't avoid falling. They rise again and again, because they know a loving hand is always there to catch them. Even on the cross, Jesus whispered, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing." Luke 23:34. Forgiveness doesn't erase the pain, it heals it. To forgive doesn't mean saying what was wrong is right. It means choosing freedom over bitterness. True forgiveness doesn't come from the lips, it flows from a heart that has been touched by divine mercy. And in releasing others, we are also set free. Jesus didn't follow his own ambition. He embraced the Father's will, even when it meant walking the road to Calvary. Accepting God's will is not surrendering in defeat, but stepping forward in trust. It means believing that even when we don't understand the path, God's plan is always good. There is peace in letting go. Peace in knowing our story is written by a loving author. And that is where we find freedom, freedom from anxiety, fear, and control. We cannot escape suffering, but we can walk through it with hope, as Jesus did. Strength isn't found in avoiding hardship. It's found in how we face it, with faith, with love, with service, with forgiveness, and with a prayerful heart. Each day that we choose to live like Christ, even in the smallest acts, we take a step on the path of divine resilience. And on that path, we are never alone. He walks with us. He holds us through the coldest nights. And He leads us into the eternal spring of life. Be strong, for the one who conquered the world lives within you. Content generated by A. I subscribe to GraceTV for more inspiring faith-based content.